Meanwhile, have we got a lot of dangerous trucks on the road? In other words, truckies under pressure from big corporate Australian companies like Coles, who want their food there faster. We want everything delivered yesterday. We've heard plenty of stories about fatigue in transport, and if you've been working longer than 18 hours, it's akin to having 0.05 alcohol in your system. If you've been working longer than 24 hours, it's equivalent to having 0.08 alcohol in your system. I'm not suggesting truck drivers driving for Coles or any other company are doing that, but I'm just saying the pressures on truckies are pretty damn obvious. And I'm on the road with them. I don't want them to be under that kind of pressure. Is this why B-doubles try and drive over the top of me on the gateway every morning coming here to 4BC? Is this why? Well, dozens of truckies and supporters rallied at Coles at Redcliffe today. It's part of a Transport Driving for Safety campaign. It's organised by the Transport Workers Union, and I think amongst the union movement, one of the best. Peter Biagini is the State Secretary. He joins us. You reckon big retailers are trying to squeeze the last drop out of every driver, Peter?
Good afternoon. They certainly are. They have the economic power to drive this industry into the ground. The real concern is these companies don't actually employ any drivers. They contract it out. And then they go to these contractors and say, we want you to do it cheaper. Even though many of them are doing the right thing, they don't care about that. They just want them to do it cheaper.
Well, I support safe driving by all drivers, but truckies especially, professional drivers, they are on display every time they're on the road. But if they've got background pressures as they hop in that big prime mover, moving a lot of weight around on the road with small cars beside them, I'm worried about it.
Yes. Certainly should be, and this industry has become one of the most dangerous industries to work in now, and because of the number of fatalities, and hundreds of drivers are dying every year, and thousands of motorists are involved in those collisions because of the economic pressure put on these drivers to take shortcuts on maintenance on the vehicles and drive extensively long hours.
But Peter, they can't take shortcuts. I mean, this is wrong. I mean, legally there's all sorts of forms that say they can't do it. How can they get away with shortcuts?
When you're trying to survive, you'll find shortcuts. And it's like everyone is supposed to do the speed limit. There are plenty of people out there because they're in a hurry. They break the speed limits, and not all of them get caught. This is the same sort of thing. We are trying to get out there. We have what we call the Road Safety Remuneration Tribunal, which we believe came into force as the 1st of January. This will go a long way to relieve some of those pressures and make the major retailers accountable. However, we've got the coalition government now with the federal election coming up, stating that one of the first things he'd do an urgent review of that tribunal, which means to us he's going to take it away without it even getting a chance to do the job that it was set up to do.
Well, we'll wait and see. All right, Peter, let's just say I think the pressure you're putting on is fair enough too on behalf of your members. Peter Biagini from the Transport Workers Union. We want the truckies to be able to do their job in a proper amount of time, but the idea that you average a 1,200 kilometre trip, you know, as 100 kilometres an hour, you should be able to do it in 12 hours, just makes no sense to me. They're not headed of hills, stoplights, other traffic. There's unreasonable expectations. We all want it yesterday, don't we? 13, 32, 26 to 4.